Hello, my name is Jordan Roderick, and welcome to my 2015-2016 inquiry project. My inquiry question is, what differentiation strategies can I use to increase student achievement during a writing unit on informative text? My rationale is based on my findings from my self-assessment. I would like to strengthen my teaching skills in the area of engaging and supporting all students in learning. I originally rated myself as applying. My focus students are Mayar. She is an English language learner who was RFEP this year. She is one of my more advanced students. Gabriella is my proficient English language learner, and Elijah is one of my below basic performing students. The standards that I focused on were CSTP 1.2, CSTP 1.4, and CSTP 1.6. The resources I used were the training that I received this year from GLAD, and my Nancy Fencer guide, and of course meeting with my team for guidance and support. I decided to give a quick write as one of my pre-tests. We read a couple books on bears, and then they had to go and write an informative piece on what they learned about bears. What I learned from my pre-test was that my students needed more practice with creating topic sentences. They also needed more practice adding adjectives to their writing, and they also needed practice with editing their papers. The first thing I worked on was creating topic sentences. I had my students at their tables that are broken up into heterogeneous groups get together and come up with a topic sentence on the moon, and this is how it went. Okay, Marissa, what are you writing? What's your topic sentence? Okay, does that have a fact in it, Marissa? Yes? Do we put facts in our topic sentence? No. Zacharias, what's a good topic sentence? Did you know what?
It's fun to learn about the earth.
Did you know that it's fun to learn about the earth? Good topic sentence. It is interesting to learn about the earth. Alexis. I want to learn more about the earth. Okay, is that a topic sentence? Or is that more like a concluding sentence? That's more of a concluding sentence. Dylan, do you have one?
Remember, the earth is new.
The earth is new? What do you mean? So as you can see, some of my students were still struggling and didn't understand how to create a topic sentences. Some of my students just needed me to redirect them, and then some of my students knew. So this was just kind of more practice where they could build off of each other, and we obviously still needed more practice with this too. I then used one of my GLAD strategies, which was a cooperative paragraph, so students could gain a better understanding of how a paragraph should be written, and then they could gain more practice with how to edit it. They all then got a typed up version of this paragraph that they got to send home that we wrote together as a class, and I thought this was really successful, and my students really enjoyed doing this activity. I then used a sentence patterning chart to help students practice creating sentences, because as we all know, if they can say it, then they can write it. So here's how this activity went. All right, boys and girls, so I need somebody to come pick an adjective. So why don't we have Zacharias? Why don't you come pick an adjective for our earth writing? Remember, adjectives are our what, boys and girls? What are they? Describing words. Good. Can I get Christopher? Why don't you come pick an adjective? Thank you. And Caroline, why don't you come pick an adjective? Thank you. And what's our noun, boys and girls? What are we writing about? Earth. Very good. Okay, and I need someone to come pick a verb for me. Let's see here, sitting nice and quietly. Gabriella, why don't you come pick a verb? And then can I get, let's have Elias, why don't you come pick our prepositional phrase? Okay, and our verb is what, our earth is what, boys and girls? Doing. Thank you. Who said that? Sophia, what is it? What is a verb? What our earth is, everyone? Doing. Thank you. And our prepositional phrase is what, boys and girls? Where our earth is. Okay, so it looks like we've picked our adjectives are big, blue, watery. Our noun is our earth. Our verb is rotate. And our prepositional phrase is in the solar system. So nice and loud, we're going to sing our song. 1, 2, 3. The big blue watery earth. The big blue watery earth. The big blue watery earth rotates in the solar system. Good job, boys and girls. The technology portion of my unit was based on having my students who were more advanced, that teaching them to use Microsoft Word in order to type up their final draft. So as you can see here, my little Mayar is typing up her final draft, and this is what it ended up looking like. And I allowed my more advanced students to type it up and color it, and they got to take it home, and they really enjoyed this part as well. My post-assessment was just the assessment the district gave us for the end of the unit. These are my final assessments from Elijah, Mayar, and Gabriella. And here are my results. My pre-assessment showed that 0% of my students got 4s, 20% of my students got 3s, 52% of my students scored 2s, and 28% scored 1s. My post-assessment showed that 12% of my students scored 4s, 52% scored 3s, 20% scored 2s, and 16% scored 1. So there was improvement in all areas, which I thought was really wonderful. My findings were that most of my students were able to improve their writing by 1 grade level at the end of this unit. Some of my students still needed more practice with writing topic sentences, and some of my students still need practice with adding adjectives and creating compound sentences in order to get to their writing to that next level. In conclusion, this inquiry project has helped me reflect on my own teaching methods. It has helped me find the areas of my teaching that I need improvement on. It has also helped me to understand what interventions work best for my students and what steps I need to take in order to make my students more successful in the future. So I hope you enjoyed my inquiry project, and thank you so much and have a wonderful night.